Hello all you shining stars, welcome to my channel Shining Star Soup. In today's video I'm going to be doing a quick review on my best to the worst eyeshadow palettes I've received in subscription boxes. Now, looking at my little collection, I've only been getting subscription boxes probably for the last, 6 months, and I do have a lot of eyeshadow palettes going on here. But, there are some that I don't really like, some that I was impressed with and wasn't expecting to like. So without further ado, let's jump right in. So the first one I'm pulling out is this Butter London. Now, this was a BoxyCharm. Don't quote me on what month because I don't know. I got a lot of things from BoxyCharm. I'll be surprised if I remember where I got all of these little palettes here. Now, when you first look at it, you would think, yeah, maybe I could make something with this. It's a spring goddess kind of look, I guess. For me, it didn't really work. There was a little bit of fallout. It wasn't too bad, but this color scheme, there's only the 2 matte shades and the rest are glitters. So you could not, at least in my personal opinion, maybe you are more creative than I am, I could not do a single look that I was happy with just this palette. So having this palette always made me reach for one other palette. And as far as the color scheme goes, yeah, it was a meh for me. Oh, I was going to rank these from best to worst. Okay, well, I'll get to that towards the end of the video. The next one was the Violet Voss Essentials. Now this one I was really excited to get. The color scheme is pretty good. Like I was very happy with this this palette. You have your 5 I can count matte shades and your 2, 4, 5 glitter shades. So I did like this palette. The Violet Voss. The one that I was really disappointed in, which was October's BoxyCharm, was the Baked Browns by Dose of Colors. The one thing I found with the Dose of Colors, a lot of fallout, not very much pigmentation. Like I did really have to build the Baked Browns up. And I kind of find the colors a bit boring, so I was not really impressed as much as I thought I was going to be. This one was one that had high expectations, but kind of failed on the delivery, so the Baked Browns. Eyeshadow palette. Okay, oh, for highlighter. I'm just going to leave that here. I'm not doing the highlighters. My favorite. My Huda Beauty Mauve Obsessions, and I got this in an Ipsy Glam Bag Plus. And yes, I'm from Canada, so in order to get the Ipsy Glam Bag Plus, I have to worry about the conversion. I have to have it mailed to my friend in Florida, and then she forwards it back. So, I mean, American, if you are in America, you're paying $25 for the Ipsy Glam Bag Plus. At the end of the day, I end up paying about $70 Canadian for that Ipsy Glam Bag Plus. But this to me made everything worth this. This is definitely the Huda Beauty Mauve Obsessions. I fell in love with this. This color scheme, this palette blends beautifully, very little fallout. Definitely one of my favorites that I got in my my subscription boxes. Can't do this one. This one I bought, so this is just subscription boxes. Again, Pretty Vulgar, I bought that one. Pretty Vulgar mystery gift mystery. It was in a mystery bundle. I got 2 of them. They ended up being duplicates, so I did hold a draw, a giveaway, and that was not sponsored by YouTube, just me. And Riri, I don't even know if I ever say her name right. Riri, she won the giveaway for that one. Okay, what's the tea? Now this palette I got from an Ipsy Glam Bag Plus again. This was a bonus, when Ipsy is like, hey, join Ipsy again and we'll give you this extra palette for free, or we'll give you a free month, or so on and so forth. I was not impressed with this one. I don't know what it was. Like you got the two primers on the top there to darken it up or lighten it up or whatever, and you had an okay selection of colors. The thing was with me is there was a little bit of fallout. I didn't find them that pigmented, these colors. I did not find, so I find myself reaching for this very little, this palette by the Balm company. I just personally was not impressed. Better than, you know, the Baked Browns and the Butter London, but not really that impressed with that one. Alright, and another one I actually bought was the Lime Crime Venus 3, so that's not included. Morphe, can I count this? Well, I guess, because it did come in my Look Fantastic Advent Calendar, first and only Morphe palette that I have. And this was a very neutral. I do like this color scheme, and this palette. Not too much fallout, a little bit of fallout, but I do find this palette to be better than the Baked Browns by DokiDokiCrate. And this one I believe I did get in another, I think this was an Ipsy Glam Bag Plus item. Don't quote me on that. The Juvia's Place. This was my favorite. This color scheme, which is very similar to the Morphe and, well, Baked Browns. Where am I going with this? Beautiful, beautiful pigmentation, very little fallout. Even the glitters had very little fallout. Wonderful palette. Wonderful subscription palette. Tetris. I got this in an Ipsy Mystery Bag June. I was very happy with that because I ended up getting my first Sunday Riley product, the mystery bags, and I think you might still be able to get it. The only problem with this one, the colors are nice, but it's really hard to make a look out of it, and the blue just seems like it's out of place. And right now you are hearing my my washer going crazy. The blue, just this color scheme would be perfect. It doesn't seem like the odd one out. Like, you can't make that blue work. I'm sorry. It wasn't okay. I'm just going to pause this and I'm going to come right back. You're going to see a clip. Or cut. Alright, so to follow up my review, I realized that I have more palettes that I was not really excited over compared to the ones that actually made me go, woo! With my subscription boxes. So I'd have to say the worst one for me and the one I was most disappointed in was the Butter London. It got, how many palettes do I have here? 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's got number 7 as being one of the worst. Just couldn't make that really work with those colors. The Baked Browns got number 6. Far too much fallout. Didn't really blend well. Not really that great pigmentation. What's the Tea was one that gets my number 5. Not really that much, I don't know, I just couldn't really make it work. Wasn't really impressed with the colors. Oh sure, I'll get this right. Wasn't really that impressed with the colors. I could have saved myself getting an Ipsy Glam Bag Plus because that was one of the reasons why I got an Ipsy Glam Bag Plus for my second time. The Tetris was is number 4, simply because of that blue one right there. Colors are nice except for that blue. It's just so out of place. It just seems like a waste that they put the blue in there. Okay, now for my number 3. For my number 3, the Violet Vase Essential Palette. I really did like the formula. I was happy to get in my BoxyCharm. And I was happy that BoxyCharm had it in the regular boxes as well as BoxyLuxe. So that was a nice one. Number 2 would have to be Juvia's Place. The nice neutral palette. I really liked the looks I can create with that. And my all-time favorite, number 1, was my Huda Beauty. This definitely has made me want to get bigger palettes of Huda Beauty, and I love the color scheme. I was actually thinking about getting Urban Decay's Naked Cherry, even though it is a $70 palette. So that one would be a big step, but I have a feeling I would really like the colors. Alright, so thank you all for tuning in to my eyeshadow palette review. I hope all you shining stars are having a shining star day. It's almost the end of the week, and keep being shining stars.